And we're back right here with TV2, making it happening just specifically for you. Dr. James, I am so excited about the VI-ARC project. Let's talk a little bit about VI-ARC, which stands for the Virgin Islands Agency for Restorative Care.
Well, VI-ARC came about because Governor Bryan put out a program, a bill that he wanted to pass with several different initiatives. And one of them was youth, one of them was gun violence, but one of them was also mental health. And I love counseling. Mental health is my niche. I love trauma. Trauma, grief counseling, that's my thing. So we did speak to his office initially, and that's where we came up with that. So what we do at VI-ARC is we provide services for children, youth. We provide services not just for the child, but wraparound services for the whole family. The parents get counseling, parenting classes. The children get counseling. They get to see the psychiatrist, and if they need medication, they'll get medication. But we also do group sessions and
awesome.
Substance abuse. Substance abuse is something down here that is very prevalent.
Yes.
So we do that also. So VI-ARC is, and the name restorative, that is why we named it VI-ARC, Virgin Islands Agency for Restorative Care, because we want to restore our community. Back to what I knew when I was a child here in the Virgin Islands. When I was a child, a lot of things were amazing. You know, we didn't have a lot of the technology we got today.
Absolutely. We used to be outside playing. Now you don't see that. We used to ride bikes.
Yes.
We used to play, used to go on ahead and play, what do you call it, marbles?
Climb the trees.
Climb trees, pick mangoes.
A canop.
You don't see a canop. You don't see that anymore.
No.
Not amongst our youth. Everybody's just playing video games and doing all kind of stuff. So it's a different kind of care. And your neighbor. Your neighbor used to look out.
Yes.
If you did something wrong, before you came up that hill, your mom already knew about it.
Baby, I done got about 6 whoopings by the time I get home. All the neighbors had to whoop me. The last one was that little old lady, Miss Vessup, rest her soul. Miss Vessup got to beat me before I get home. I'm like, well, I'm still going to get beat when I go home with Jesus Christ. 6 whoopings.
So VI-ARC is really going to serve itself to help the members of our community with holistic approach.
Yes.
And a culturally diverse approach as well. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Yes, we do have a Spanish-speaking school psychologist on board. We have, we're bringing on a French, Creole-speaking school psychologist also, because I think what we're missing is that though we are Virgin Islanders, our islands are a melting pot.
Absolutely.
We get people from everywhere. They come from Santo Domingo, they come from Puerto Rico, they come from Haiti, and so when they come over here, if they try to call 911 or do something in school, they're left back in school because they don't understand English.
Right, and we have to develop what we call a culturally competency approach in the delivery of service. We understand that our community has a cultural dynamic that is so different. You know, the Arabic culture and their belief systems are totally different. The Creole culture is different, and the Hispanic culture is different. So when we deliver services, we have to adapt to the cultural norms of those communities and societies and deliver it with that approach. So I'm glad that you've taken that. It's called cultural sensitivity, and we have to be conscientious of that when we deliver services therapeutically wise. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah, when you don't know, you don't know, but when you know, you do better.
Absolutely.
Because even at my home health agency, I have a lot of Spanish-speaking employees, and I have Spanish-speaking clients. So we had to translate everything to make sure that we don't leave anybody behind, because it's not fair to my hard-working, dedicated Spanish employees if everything is in English and they can't work as efficient as my English-speaking staff. It's not fair. So we went ahead and translated everything. So that's the same thing we're doing with VI-ARC. With VI-ARC, we want to meet every child's need, every parent need individually. You know, because they have different needs. It's not a cookie cutter. So we want to meet their needs individually, but in order to do that, we have to get to know who they are and where they are. And that's how we can meet their needs.
Well, Dr. James, it has truly been a wonderful experience having you here and talk about all the wonderful things that you are doing and giving back to our community. You're certainly, for me, a woman that has been designed and determined and destined to succeed. And I can't thank you enough for coming on One. I hope that this experience has been a rich one for you and that you take advantage of the services that are being provided through Dr. Gail James, and understand that if you're a young lady or a gentleman that has been going through our public school or private school system here in the Virgin Islands, that you have to come back home and render service to the people of the Virgin Islands community. It is experiences such as these that come back and show us that you could go away and come back and give back to our community. This has been your host, Cira Burke, on One, hoping that you too invest in the Virgin Islands and come back home and do what is best for our community. We love you. May God bless you. And thank you so much, Dr. Gail, for being with us here today.
Thank you.
And great success with your home health agency, your book, and Viarc, and we just love you. We love you. We love you. We love you. And we are about to celebrate because today is my birthday. So we're going to have fun right here in TV2 Studios. Whoop, whoop. Thank you, Dr. Gail, for being here. Any last minute thoughts when we're getting ready to launch this great party that we're having here? We have, I see party bags over there. I got some gifts, and anything else you'd like to share as we wrap up these last 30 seconds?
I just want to tell you thank you for bringing me on, and I just need you to know that no matter what's going on, keep pushing. You're going to get there. Just don't stop. Don't give up.
And if anybody wants to reach you, where do we go? Where do we go?
You can go to Dr. Gail James at gmail.com, or you can go on the website, which is www.therealdrgailjames.com.
And you heard it from us right here at TV2, where we're doing it just for you, one-on-one, the real Dr. James. With that being said, this has been your host, Cira Burke, signing off. We love you all. God bless.